Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Big-time drug raid going down in Oakland County. I'll tell you who the feds are after, what they were after, and what they found.
A massive human trafficking ring busted in Warren. We'll tell you about Operation Crusade that led to dozens of arrests.
All right, Priya, but we're going to begin with a manhunt underway right now for this man. Police say 50-year-old James Cockerham may be connected to the murder of a Detroit woman whose body was found in a dumpster.
That woman's body was found Wednesday morning. Let's get right to Jermont Terry. He's live on the east side in Jermont. He's already a wanted man on a separate issue.
That is correct, Kimberly. He's already has been on probation since October of 2018. But tonight, DPD, they want to tack on a new charge of murder. DPD insisting that Cockerham is the man who killed this woman, dumping her body right outside this east side high-rise.
Surveillance video showed a guy walking into the Parkview Tower apartment building, then lurking around the elevator wearing dark shades and either talking or pretending to be on his cell phone. DPD wanted to know who this man in the video could be. Now investigators placed a name to him. Take a look. James Cockerham is now wanted for murder. Detroit police say Cockerham got into an altercation with a woman in the same elevator he spotted hanging around. It's believed the woman lived in the east side high-rise, and the investigation reveals Cockerham is the last person to see the woman before her body turned up in the dumpster the next day. The victim is 26 years old, and police haven't revealed how she died, but DPD insisting she was murdered, and the man who walked into the building, stood by the elevator, and who was released from prison in October of 2018 for parole, they say committed this crime. So they're asking anyone who sees Cockerham to call police because he's wanted now for murder.
And again, Cockerham was out of prison for less than a year, and now tonight police are actively looking for him. He's on the run and is considered dangerous. I'm Jermont Terry, Local 4. Back to you.
All right, Jermont, now we need to get to breaking news out of Rochester Hills, where 2 cars caught fire in the parking lot of this apartment complex. Sky 4 showing us the scene. This is the Whispering Winds Apartments. This is just north of M59 near DeQuinder. Fire started in one car, spread to the car that was sitting next to it, and you can see the result. We await word on what started the fire. Now to new information tonight in a major human trafficking sting in Warren.
In all, police made 35 arrests over the span of 2 days. And as our Priya Mann reports, they say they aren't done yet.
Prostitution has largely shifted from women walking the streets to underground networks on social media and cash apps. While technology is changing the game, putting an end to human trafficking still comes down to undercover operations like this.
I think law enforcement's really catching up today as far as what they should have been doing decades ago, and that's looking at the victims, the human trafficking end of it.
18 men face charges of solicitation or pimping, 17 women charged with prostitution. The focus of Operation Crusade to show compassion for victims and stop the pimps and johns who benefit from human trafficking.
As you can see here, we had 2 victims identified from this operation. They are not in custody. They're taken to a safe haven.
Calling human trafficking modern-day slavery, Warren police say abuse and addiction snare some victims into the billion-dollar industry.
My goal is to get that girl recovery and help so she can go back into society like anyone else and not be victimized again.
Some of those survivors will end up helping investigators, and police say the operation is already identifying more victims. 7 motels and hotels in Warren cooperated with police. 35 officers, some undercover, made the arrests after months of investigating.
I mean, this thing has just massively grown. It's just like the drug epidemic that we're going through currently. This is a notice that if you are coming to Warren to commit a crime, you will be arrested and convicted.
And in total, 75 charges, more than 30 felonies. Now detectives start poring over all the information they got in this operation to start carrying out phase 2. But of course, they won't tell us when that will begin. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Unbelievable, Priya. You know, I'm wondering, any insight into how police discern the difference between a trafficking victim versus a prostitute?
Yeah, that's something we asked too, Kimberly. So in some cases, these women tell police up front, or through the investigation, police determined that these women were either abused, drugged, or held against their will. And I'd also like to point out, you may have noticed there was one woman with her face blacked out on that board. Yeah. Well, police say her involvement wasn't what they originally thought, so she too will not be facing any charges.
Unbelievable. Back to you. Okay, Priya, thanks. We turn now to Pontiac in a string of raids today by the FBI and other agencies.
We're now getting a clear picture of just what they were after. Sean Lay was there as it happened.
This is Liberty Street in Pontiac between Elizabeth Lake and Huron. What you're looking at here, one of at least 5 different locations that an FBI-led task force is raiding. And tonight, we're learning what those feds are after and who they are after. Local 4 cameras are all over Pontiac today to capture this, a massive drug raid going down, targeting dangerous drugs that are killing people on the streets, heroin and fentanyl. This mother of 3 watched from her bedroom window as agents went into this home on Mauer.
They had their guns drawn, and I'm like, whoo!
What she didn't know, that incredibly hazardous fentanyl was likely right next door to her and her kids.
Fentanyl? Oh my Lord.
3 people have already been arrested and charged. Court documents show a mother, the FBI says, is named Frida Beecher, and her son, named Charles Harris. They're accused of importing heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl from Mexico, and having a 3rd man named David Thomas sell it. The FBI Oakland County Gang and Violent Crimes Task Force is heading up this investigation.
It is pretty big, so we're at multiple locations.
Agents found drugs and guns at another home here on Liberty in Pontiac.
Just woke up to a boom.
It was a boom?
Yeah, like around 7 in the morning.
How loud?
It was very loud.
We're taking extra precautions for officer safety. We've removed what we can find in there. We don't anticipate any danger to the community.
We're live downtown outside federal court. The FBI says already all 3 suspects appeared in federal court late this afternoon. Devin, we're learning the mother and Devin and Kimberly, mother and son concept here. Their scheme started to collapse when dealers and customers started to complain about the lack of quality of the drugs they were importing from Mexico. Back to you.
And just 3 people you mentioned in custody, but you're learning that this didn't just happen in Pontiac, right?
That's right. They involved Arizona, Indiana, and Tennessee, sending everything through the mail, and that's how they started tracing all of this.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
The Detroit Archdiocese tonight says abuse allegations involving a deceased Detroit priest are indeed credible. Father John Tominski ministered in multiple churches throughout the city from 1951 through 1976. The diocese was made aware recently of the allegation involving a minor and reviewed the case. Tominski died back in 1984.
President Trump announced today he is going to lift the steel and aluminum tariffs on Canada and Mexico. This clears a key hurdle in the president's replacement plan for NAFTA. Canada and Mexico have said they would not ratify the agreement until those metal tariffs were removed. We're going to have a closer look at this decision because it has, of course, a huge impact on the auto industry. That's coming up tonight at 5:30. But let's turn our attention now to the weather as we've hit Friday. Take a live look from our Grand Prix Skycam. Looking pretty good right now for 13 days away as we get to racing here on Local 4.
That's right. And after a somewhat cloudy start, we're getting some sun. Andrew's in for Ben tonight. Andrew, what's the weekend looking like?
So far, it's looking pretty good. At least the first half of the weekend is. We'll talk about the second half in just a second. First, out there right now, yes, there are clouds overhead. Still mild out there, though, with 61 degrees over at City Airport. The farther inland you are, the higher the temperatures are. So it's milder in Howell with 67 degrees. Ann Arbor, good evening. You've got 64 at this hour. Out there, we're looking at 64 over at Metro Airport. You can see to our west, there is a bit of shower activity. Not much, but it's still there right around Chicago, trying to encroach upon southeast Michigan. We might see a couple of raindrops this evening and maybe later tonight and into tomorrow morning. But Sunday, we need to be on the lookout for even a greater possibility of showers and even thunderstorms. In fact, a marginal to slight risk of strong to severe storms. It is that season where we need to be concerned about damaging wind, hail, and dangerous lightning. We'll talk more about this for Sunday and plus, of course, your 7-day forecast coming up.
Okay, Andrew. Now to a Local 4 News update. Charges in connection to a fatal car crash that happened on 7 Mile earlier this week. Olivis Kyles faces several charges, including 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of failure to stop at the scene of a fatal accident. Tuesday, prosecutors say Kyles was speeding while going east on 7 Mile when he ran a red light and hit the victim's vehicle, killing both people inside. He's expected back in court May 29th.
Tonight, there is a new case of measles in Michigan and a very busy location where people may have been exposed.
Yeah, this case was confirmed in St. Clair County and involves an international traveler visiting Michigan. It is not connected to the previous outbreak. The new exposure locations are the Costco in Roseville on May 11th from 5 until 7 p.m. and Saints Cyril and Methodius Roman Catholic Parish in Sterling Heights on May 12th from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Health officials say if you were in those locations, you should monitor yourself for signs of measles. If you have not been fully vaccinated, you should contact your doctor.
City of Northville, meanwhile, is under a boil water alert, and that'll be throughout the weekend after a water main break caused a loss of water pressure. That alert means that water coming from a faucet to drink or to cook with has to be boiled for at least 5 minutes to kill any bacteria. City plans on keeping that main closed. They said the bacteria testing process is going to take a minimum of 48 hours, so we will be sure to let you know just as soon as that advisory is lifted, but in place for now.
Well, she's saying a change is going to come, and indeed it has come to a music venue in downtown.
Shane Park, now officially known as the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. City officials and members of Franklin's family on hand for the rededication ceremony. Mayor Duggan spoke on Aretha's legacy and how she'll be honored with every future concert at the amphitheater.
This daughter of Detroit has a permanent memorial. She brought joy to millions around the world. But now on this beautiful riverfront, people will enjoy music for years to come. And Detroiters will be saying for years, tonight, I'm going to the Aretha.
That's cool. It's got a nice ring to it. After Franklin died last year, of course, the mayor announced the name change, and that was unanimously approved by City Council and made much, much clearer to everyone of us today.
Yes, so very nice. All right, we've got much more ahead here at 5. Here's Dr. McGeorge.
Rain, wind, and even snow are creating a disaster scenario in our local community.
I equate this into a slow-moving hurricane without the wind.
The threat to property and people and the warnings that experts say many aren't taking seriously enough coming up.
All right, Doc, also protecting those who pray. What local mosques are doing right now to make sure worshipers are safe inside. Something you won't be able to see. We'll have it in a minute.
But first, witnesses say it looked like it just fell from the sky. What happened after a military fighter jet slammed through the roof of a warehouse that have some calling it a miracle? Next.